The Sentencing Council introduced a new guideline which took effect in February 2016 for health and safety and corporate manslaughter offences. And this made a step change to the level of fines that the courts have to impose, because there is a requirement for the courts to follow these guidelines unless, in the interests of justice, the court need to depart from them. The guideline took effect in February 2016 for offences which were sentenced after that date, irrespective of when the offence had taken place. So we could have an offence that actually arose from an incident in 2013, which came before the courts in March 2016, and the new guideline would be applied to it. So over the initial period of those guidelines operating, there has been a step change in fines for health and safety offences and an increase in the number of custodial sentences for directors and senior officers. Over a 12-month period, there have been 45 custodial sentences, either suspended or direct, for directors and senior officers of organisations under the guideline. And the fines for companies have been getting very large indeed. So it is now regular for fines to achieve in excess of £1 million, or in some cases several millions of pounds, and for large organisations it can be even higher than that. In the year following the introduction of the guidelines, there were 19 fines in excess of £1 million compared to 3 in the previous year. And we have seen the fines such as in relation to the Alton Towers incident, £5 million fine, for example. And we've seen an NHS trust recently fined £1 million in relation to a patient death caused by an accident using a hoist. So these fines are getting very large. For some organisations, they could be an existential threat to the organisation. And the fines are related to the size of the organisation and the turnover. So the range of fines for corporate manslaughter, for the more serious offences, for large organisations with a turnover of over £50 million, can now be up to £20 million. So these are really significant matters for companies both large and small.